polling place is there. So I need to get in with my work schedule for early voting on this day. And oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I'm so glad to see. Thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry, I was just checking to make sure I was registered to vote and I knew where to vote. But you know what? We'll talk about that a little bit more later. We'll talk about. But what are we here for? What is this? Oh, that's right. This is TGIF, Wilson County Public Library's weekly book talk, where we delve into the greatest in YA literature. I am your host, Kate Britton. I'm the teen librarian here at the Wilson County Public Library, and I am so glad you are joining me today. Because you know what? It is almost October. It is almost October. Let me just rephrase. Let me just say it one more. Y'all, it is almost October. When did that happen? Things are kind of flying by now. It's officially fall. It's starting to feel cooler outside. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. And with fall, the election is coming up. I don't know if you've heard rumblings out and about. If you've heard anything anywhere, nobody's really talking about it that much. Lies. But there is an election coming up in November, and just this past, I guess it was Tuesday, was National Voter Registration Day. September 22nd was National Voter Registration Day. So if you are able to vote, or you're age eligible to vote, then go register to vote if you're not already. And speaking of voting, this week's book is The Voting Booth by Brandy Colbert. Now, this book just came out in July, and it centers around an African-American teen named Marva Sheridan, who has always been really, really passionate about politics. And she works as a poll watcher at the polls to make sure that those who are able to vote are allowed to vote. And when she's there, she sees Duke Crenshaw, who is biracial, another teen who's being turned away on election day while attempting to vote. So she jumps into action. And while she is helping him kind of sort out his registration issues, she starts to kind of learn more about him. He starts to learn more about her, yada, yada, yada. Your typical one day, well, I guess not typical, but your one day love story kind of romance. But they start to share kind of bits of their stories. Marva has tensions with her boyfriend Alec, who is white, and decided not to vote. And Duke's family is dealing with the death of his older brother still, and his parents have divorced, and he's coping with that and helping, take care of his younger sister. And Marva's cat, who's an internet star named Eartha Kitty, has gone missing. And so you have these really important, intense, pretty heavy subjects mixed in with kind of lighthearted and fun subjects. And this really kind of talks about, it's that blend of talking about things like relationships, like you would in a novel of this kind, that's kind of a YA kind of romance, but it also brings an activism element to it, which is really important, especially this time of year when we are coming up where an election season is full swing. And so I thought, yeah, what more appropriate thing to talk about than a new book that is YA fiction, that is also, a book calling for activism. And I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty great. So the book is The Voting Booth by Brandy Colbert. I don't know if it's Colbert or Colbert. I couldn't find anything to tell me. So Brandy, if you're watching and I'm just butchering your last name, I am so sorry. We have it here at the Wilson County Public Library, where you can come check it out. I advise that you do so. Our teen room is open and waiting for you to come study or read or just hang out, as long as you wear your mask and, keep your 6-foot distance, you're going to be good. So anyway, and last little me jumping up on my soapbox, make sure if you are 18, or you're going to be 18 on, November 3rd, which is election day, make sure you're registered to vote. I mean, this is your chance to have a say in what goes on in our country. And whether you are a Democrat or a Republican or a Libertarian or Green Party or, anything, um, that's the one thing we can do as Americans is come together and vote. So do it. What are you waiting for? Also, early voting begins October 15th here in North Carolina, if you did not know that. Make sure you know your polling place and get out there and exercise your rights. We get to. That's a great thing. So, anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope you are staying safe and healthy. And I can't wait to see you next week right here on TGIF.